What's good, y'all? We are back here with another episode of Carefree Black Girl Podcast, where we discuss all things carefree, black, and girl.
Girl.
Feel good. I'm your producer, Kwana, here to join my girls, Hazel and Phoenix, Dr. Phoenix, as we close out season 11. So I'm going to kick it off to them. How y'all doing?
Hi, y'all. It's a crazy season. It's your girl, Dr. Phoenix Slugs, your favorite fantasy baddie, Sarah Fury, giving you a little bunny girl today. And I'm going to pass it off to the lovely Hazel.
Hey y'all, just have to get a little high note. It's your girl Hazel Harvey, the realest of the real. It's all other hour here to close out season 11 of Carefree Black Girl. Let's get this gig started, ladies.
I
Yes,
know that's
indeed.
right. Well, listen, I guess we shouldn't rush in it too soon. What has been going on with you ladies this season? I mean, we did start off good, but we had to take a little small break. And in short, y'all, we just decided to wrap it up. And get, a little refresher before we start season 12. We got a few one, maybe two new hosts joining us. If you're listening to this episode and you are somebody, Gen Z, college student, black, ex-college student, you could have recently graduated. We'll take a recent graduate. Hit us up to join us in this mixed conversation. But yeah, we had to wrap it up, and the girls kind of were on a mini vacation. So what have y'all been doing since the last we spoke?
Hmm. Me, I've been doing just a little teensy bit of traveling before traveling got too crazy. you know, um, I went to BlurCon. I am a blurty girl. Got to party with my foods. Got to be carefree black girl. I got to see Redman do a little impromptu concert. Got to see Carl Jones from the Boondocks. So I
Hmm.
love that. I've been to a lot of conventions, but at that one, it's really black and really like the community. So they kind of just was like walking around, like they wasn't like having a whole bunch of security and stuff. And it was kind of cool. It was kind of a vibe. So
Yeah.
that's what I've been doing, just dressing up, trying to find some joy in these crazy times. What about you, Hazel? What you been doing for?
Girl, I feel like 2026 came in and it definitely came in unexpected. Well, it was expected, but it still just feels like unexpected. But yeah, I'm entering a new chapter of my life, so I feel really good. I'm traveling through the midst of the craziness of traveling. So y'all pray for me. I got a flight on Friday. So let's hope ICE don't try me, girl. I'm on the news. So we gonna pray for that. But other than that, everything was good. I just came back from New Orleans and my first time out there in New Orleans. It was so much fun. It was so much vibe. Y'all know I'm in the ballroom scene. My house just came off blackout where we were like sitting down for like the first 3 months of the year. And this was our first ball walking again. I didn't get to walk, but other than that, like the weekend with my family was amazing and great. So I'm going to LA to go see my babies out there. So my first time out in LA. So I'm 25 now, y'all. So we definitely need a new Gen Z girl up in here because
Okay.
I'm getting up there, y'all. So I'm just entering a new
You're a little
chapter of
younger
my
to
life.
come hang with auntie.
Yeah, so I'm getting up there in life, y'all. So I'm just enjoying this new experience of life. And then while I was in New Orleans, Quana girl, I heard you had a time in Texas for South by Southwest.
Girl, listen. So I have prior to South by Southwest, which I will never do again. I did not get any rest. I was playing Captain Save a Hole to everybody and their mama. But then South by Southwest came in, and I made a promise to myself that I wouldn't be an old bitch. Like I told myself that I would get up, I would go to almost everything or whatever because I have this tendency where I'd be like, okay, I done did enough today. I'm gonna just go rest. So this particular week, y'all, I really pushed myself. I went early because I wanted to see I Love Boosters, the movie with Kiki Palmer by Boots Riley. I loved it, y'all. It was fab. And when I tell y'all that me and my friends, we get so spoiled sometimes with lines and stuff when we go to festivals because sometimes we be invited guests. And I literally we was at a point we was like, okay, We started line. The line was like back up. And we was like, okay, we not gonna go because one, we didn't get the RSVP on the app, and two, the line is long. But then I saw when we was walking to the car, y'all, I saw Keep on a post that she was about to be going live on Twitch. And I was like, y'all, let's go back because at least if we can't get in, we'll get a picture of her. Tell me why we walked up and the people she came out the car, we got us a video or whatever. I put it on a Carefree Black Girl Instagram. Y'all go check that out. Then when we was about to walk off, like walk to just tell my homegirl that we was leaving, they pushed us in the line by accident of the people that they was pushing inside the venue. And we got pushed in. Like I was like, what? I was like, look at my ancestors. Like the blackness, the black people wanted me to see Keith. Like it literally was great. And y'all, we went inside. They had free popcorn for us. We got to see them the movie. We got to see them talk about it afterwards. And it was really political satire. So it was all about consumerism and how that, ruins people's mind. And, I grew up with boosters in my family. So it spoke to me on a different level. So that was one part about it. But Carefree Black Girl stage was fab. And just getting into that, we do want to acknowledge the Carefree Black Girls performers and stage attendees as our Carefree Black Girls of the Week. They did good. I can't really say that we booked anybody that didn't do well. I know y'all probably know this, but if y'all don't, during a regular cookout tour, we choose one person that perform in each city for South by Southwest. And while we can't like fly them out and like pay for room and board, we do give them opportunity to, invite as many people as they want in their team. So the passes are like platinum passes worth $1,600. And I think they could invite like 6 people, on their teams or whatever. So some people, get their family, friends to help pool with them. And then they be like, hey, girl, I'm gonna give you a free pass or whatever. And most of the girls did show up. We did have like 1 or 2 people who didn't show up this year, which was kind of like a doozy because in these times, you never know if we're going to get invited back. But the people who did show up, they turned it. Shout out to Miss Cash. Shout out to Danae Adine. Shout out to Kayana Pepper. Yes, y'all get a round of applause. Shout out to my sis, Meek Moolah. Shout out to Nayatsi. Shout out to Killer Cam. Shout out to Killer Made in Brooklyn. Shout out to Cam too, because she stopped by. She's from Virginia. Who am I missing? Shout out to Ifani Edwards. Shout out to DJ Moby Sick, my thick goddess. Shout out to DJ God of Strut. Shout out to Jax. Shout out to Miss Girl 6. The stage was very, very good. We had cis, trans, we had non-binary person on the stage. It was really, really good, y'all. Like it, I felt like it was like, okay, this if I wanted a representation of a Carefree Black Girl stage, like this is it. Like it was dope. It was just was like really, really nice. It was a nice event. The vendors felt intentional. It was only like 8 of them, but they just felt on point. You know what I mean? We had bath salt making, and then we had like the activity station with coloring and buttons. So it just felt like a small piece of Carefree Black Girl with everything in one spot. So shout out to everybody that participated in the Carefree Black Girl South by Southwest. Y'all are our Carefree Black Girls of the Week. The rest of South by Southwest was fab. I have my thoughts. I don't want to drag it too much. I would say it was just really good. I personally, one thing I will say, I'm tired of people charging for stages. Stop being predators when it comes to these artists. I heard of artists paying up to $1,000 to perform at South by and for nothing, and all they get is a stage for 5 minutes. I need y'all to stop doing that. But other than that, yeah, girl, it was bad.
$40.
$40.
400. Try 400.
Bitch. Oh no,
It
man.
sounds a little similar to the con, like your experience.
Yeah.
Because I usually like try to volunteer, do press and stuff.
Mhm.
I do want our Black communities when we have like conventions or festivals and stuff to stop being so capitalist and like pricing people out and charging for things and forgetting like the essence of community. This isn't like a shot at any particular one, but the little leakings are starting to be there.
I think that like for a festival like South by that's 40 years old, I wouldn't expect it to be cheap, right?
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, there is when it comes to South by. So, for example, like there's a whole underground layer of South by where people like they prey on artists where they'll be like, oh, I got a South by Southwest stage, and it don't be an official stage where they'll charge them like $500,000 to perform because they were able to rent out this venue in advance, and it made it seem like an official stage. And then you got Carefree Black Girl over here inviting artists and saying, hey, you have to pay us nothing. You actually, like, if they don't want to come to South by, they can go. You know what I mean? They don't want to get, if they don't want their passes, they can get paid. Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah.
So, like, you can trade in your pass for like $200 or maybe $400, but who wants to trade in their pass when you could see all your top artists and go to movie premieres in 1 week? So most people don't. But that other side who've never experienced it, they don't know that it's no real, like, the only barrier is you getting in touch with the right people and showing your talent. And I think that what's happening is a lot of it is Black people. They preying on other people who want to follow their dreams. So, I would just say I'm not expecting a 40-year-old festival to be $200, but South by Southwest is $1,600 for a full week, 7 days of access to everything. And to your point, there are some festivals that just dropped. Um, I ain't putting no fingers and no elbows, but they around the same price for 2 or 3 days.
That's all I'm saying. You caught it, okay? Y'all be doing
Okay.
VIP, but I still got to RSVP, even though I'm VIP, but I still got to pay for after parties after I pay VIP. I'm just saying, like, let's have some clarity with costs, Let's make the experience match the cost,
Right.
Like, we shouldn't be having to figure out which line we got to be in if I don't spend all this change. And
Yeah.
in the con space, that don't even, they be taxing. You got to pay for parking. You got to pay for valet parking. Your food for these cold chicken tenders gonna be $20. Like, there are already costs that's gonna be added. So I just say, please, please remember that the community is important, and y'all just don't need the nickel and dime. I know times is getting a little crazy, but
Yes.
community has kept Black people not being penny
Yeah.
pinchers. So
Cause
just
I feel
do
I feel the
that.
same way about ballroom. Same shit here. Like I feel like bitch
Let's
the,
talk
the
about it.
mainstream ballroom scene, bitch, they are taxing on these tables. Like
It's
they
crazy.
are charging over 1,000, over $2,000 tables. And even though they do give stuff for like, people to get into these, cause then the cost for the balls be like $60 to $80, and $80 just to go in and out the building. 60 is just to stay in the building the whole night. And y'all know these balls run for like 8 to 10 hours. But my whole thing is y'all try to make these so much for these tables. It has to come with a lot more than just like, a free bottle, free food. Like, can we get some kids in? Can we get like 5 to 10 kids in for free? It's because the information is going crazy. But as you said, Phoenix, our world, our government is doing too much. So, but we still gotta like meet in the middle for,
Yeah, we gotta
you know.
remember.
Way about ballroom too. Like, I've been trying to. It's been a lot. I can't even get too deep in that, but I'm about to go try to get tested for this ball on Saturday, so I can.
At least they offer that though. At least they offer that though.
See,
I was just doing
listen,
that.
that's what I'm saying, y'all, because we all can't volunteer and stuff, and then eventually some of us got to pay. Like, y'all got to remember the balance. Is all I'm asking. I ain't saying work for
No
free, but
shade.
also remember, like, some things, like when I go to conventions, I want to connect with people and commune. And if I can't even get in the room because y'all don't organize the lines and all the volunteers, it's like, come on. I didn't pay all this money to just be just traveling from place to place, not get bit. So that's all I'm saying. Don't nobody take no shots. I'm
Listen,
not taking no shots. I'm just saying, be mindful. In these times, we need spaces of joy, and we
well,
can't capitalize third spaces so much that, like, nobody can go. Just
I
saying.
don't know. That's right. Well, with that, I will say again, shout out to our Carefree Black Girls of the Week. All the girls who performed on Carefree Black Girl stage. This does serve as the official kickoff for tour. The next stop will be Philly. One other festival that I'll be going to, I will say, I know they just owe some money, but hopefully they paid it back by the time I get there. We will be at Essence Fest. The tour will last all summer long until it ends at Afrotech. So catch us outside.
Be outside. sure y'all pay y'all coins up. And just to transition a little bit, because I don't know, I feel like this has been the longest and fastest beginning of the year ever. It seemed like January lasts forever, and then boom, we about to be in April. Like,
Everybody. Everybody.
I need to catch a breath. We got so many things going on. We got so many topics. So we gonna get to our girl segment. I want y'all, when y'all listening and watching, keep up because we gonna be switching from place to place. So much to happen in the past few months.
Yes,
And
we got
right
to
at the
get this
top
book.
of the list, Candy Burris and Todd Tucker. And they are, they've made a statement. It's getting a little spicy. So I want to ask my co-host, did y'all see it coming? Was it truly a scheme set up by Todd to come to Candy with the bullshit?
Okay, so Candy Burris and Ty Tucker are their divorce is settled. Personally, I saw the divorce coming. I love the kids and I know she loved them too. I wish she wouldn't have forced herself to have more children because it does seem like, there's a disconnect there. But as a woman of how can I say this? I know y'all hate this term, but I like worker's life. I love the grind. As a woman who loves the grind, I feel like, got off they both got what they needed. So, like, I just want that to be noticed that I saw it coming, but I'm happy that Candy, they had a prenup. He didn't get half her earnings. I don't know.
Honestly, I feel like
Bye-bye.
people, when they think of like successful marriages, I feel like this was a successful marriage for how long
Okay.
it lasted.
Okay.
Especially because I always bring up this historical context. When your grandma and papa was together, grandma couldn't get a bank account, she couldn't get a house, she couldn't get an
Mhm.
education. She had to stay. For a
Mhm.
woman like Candy, who is very business oriented, and some women do, they love to grind. And Candy is known as a businesswoman. For her
Mhm.
to stay in a relationship this long, and they were able to have kids and have a life together, I feel like it's successful because,
Mhm.
um, staying together forever is not always success. I know some people who are still married, they're old, they hate each other, they don't mess up their kids, they ain't built no legacy, but they can say they're still together though. Is that really successful? So I feel like they recognize that it's not gonna work,
Mhm.
and they separated. This may be a controversial opinion. I hope Tandy don't come for me, but I feel like she needs to be a solo poly girl. Like, do the work and be solo poly.
Mhm.
You are a very successful woman. You have a healthy sexual appetite. You can take care of yourself. Get you people who understand that, and you don't have to be worried about signing agreements to, or they want kids to build their legacy. They appreciate what you give them, and you can go. That's what I think. That's just me.
Solo poly girl over here, I can probably agree. I don't want to see her get another marriage. I don't.
I don't think she needs one.
Mhm.
She don't need one. Bitch, she is Candy Burris. Bitch, we don't even consider the Tucker at that. Bitch, she's Candy Burris.
Right. Candy people
Just
say
like it's
birthday.
always gonna be Beyonce Knowles, it's always gonna be Candy Burris. Like,
But get nervous. That's why I'm saying he's Todd Burris now. Like, I would never have know about him. Probably won't hear about him unless it's talking about
through
Candy
Candy.
Kid.
Through
Yeah.
Yeah.
Candy.
And
So,
I think women looking at this, especially women who are Candy's age, and I noticed that a lot of older Black women have hangups. Like they feel
mhm.
like they have to have that house, marriage, baby carriage. Like really think about the relationship modality that you need. Because I'm not saying that her marriage wasn't worth it, but at this point, would getting married again be helpful to her? Would she get the love and concern she needs? I feel like her life is so grand. That person either have to fully integrate and be like her personal assistant or something, carrying her bags or something, or
And I'll
they have
say,
to have their own success.
I
And then
want
the
and,
Cola to have their own life, Phoenix. I don't want these people to be carrying her bags.
I'm
and no
just saying,
shade, I don't
what
want
would a
her to be
marriage be like? A marriage, when people, I know people don't like to think of it this way, but if she gets married again, it's a contract. And people don't want to think about that, but they reverted right back to that when it was over. So why does she need to get in another one of those? I don't think she
And
should. I
I
think
don't
she
want
needs
her to be another Cynthia Bailey. I don't need her to be another Cynthia Bailey, babe. I
to.
need her to just, like I said, she is Candy Burris. She can do as she pleases. I already showing them DMs, them phones is ringing for Miss Candy Burris. I think she just have her fun. If she wants to settle down, God bless her. But I don't think she needs to. I don't think she like girl. She done did her thing, but she got three beautiful children, one
Mhm.
beautiful stepchild, and I think he is good. Like unless she wants to, just cause, like it's. But for her, I don't want it to be another like contractual thing. I don't want. You know who's really getting a good laugh out of this? All of this is really the Mama Joyce. Like Mama Joyce is getting a
Girl.
kick out of this. Like bitch. I knew I never liked that motherfucker. I knew I never liked him. Like,
She
you
is
know,
really inside, like, I knew it. I'm never wrong. I know she said, I know as soon as the people started, she was like, Mama Joyce said, if I die the day of tomorrow, I have accomplished my goal. I knew in this moment I was, what they say, she was vindicated.
but
Mhm.
I'm very glad
It took
though,
a
like
while,
as
but
I'm glad though, as like a black married couple going through a divorce, that it's not getting so messy and like so
Mhm.
like they're both going on the blogs or on interviews and bashing each other. Like I think they're both handling it very well as an adult. And it's very good to see because y'all know, especially when it comes to our black celebrities, like the divorce and all that, it gets messy, it gets nasty, things start getting exposed and it starts to become too much. So I'm very grateful of just both how both of them are handling it as adults, especially for the sake of their family that they created with each other. So I'm good for that though. I'm just so glad it's just really no craziness. All we hearing this on the blog is getting like, the tea from the courts and they're just coming in here and spinning everything and making it look like, he's doing this and she's doing that. But none of them are on
Mhm.
interviews or going to blogs and like sharing like, really personal things. And that's what I'm grateful for.
And I'm glad she clocked Andy Cohen too, because he tried to get her to talk about it on Watch
I
What's
know y'all
Happening
talking
Live.
about that.
He was like, she
She's
was
like, I
like,
did
no,
not.
ma'am.
Okay, so switching gears up to another person. Y'all know I gotta bring her back up. I know she was at the bottom of the list, but since we on black women flourishing in relationships, I gotta pivot to Tiana Taylor real quick. Okay, so our girl, ever since she got away from that man, that boy, because he's a boy. He acts like a little boy. She's been shining. She's been glowing. This award season, she racked up. She has a Golden Globe. She has a few other ones. Um, and so how do y'all feel about her in this season? I know at the last award show, people were kind of saying she was being a little extra. She was going up for the lady. I don't know if y'all saw what is it called? Weapons. The
Yeah.
actress, the actor who played the older lady, she won an Oscar and Tiana Taylor was like going up for her or whatever. And people was like, oh, she was being too extra or whatever. She was doing too much. How do y'all feel about this? Like, I feel like my girl is having a
I
shining
think it's
season and
weird.
we want to try to bring her down.
I think it's weird, and that's really all. Like you said, I feel like they uncomfortable because it's black being black, and they're like, "Bitch, we're doing too much." I honestly don't even. I'm not surprised that I'm not surprised by the press and people being upset about this because y'all was the same people that was going off and ballistic when Will Smith slapped that man. So like, I'm
Mhm.
not even upset that y'all are going off about Tiana literally doing the same thing this lady did at the Golden Globes. The same lady, she was nominated on the same category with Tiana Taylor at the Golden Globes, and when she won, she didn't get up in a parade, but she was the most well, from everybody's camera's expression, she was the most excited that Tiana Taylor
Mhm.
won. So I believe Tiana Taylor just did the same thing and we reciprocated the same energy. Like when I won, you praised me. When you win, I'm gonna praise you. I'm not gonna be Miss Bitter Betty and like just sit there and be like, oh my God, so beautiful. Like, I'm not gonna sit here to please y'all. I would do that for a black woman. I would do that for a white woman. I would do that for an Asian woman. I would do that for a Spanish woman. No matter who it was, I'm gonna praise for them because we all worked hard on projects like in this industry. It's not easy. So I'm not surprised that viewers are going like that because y'all get surprised and just so, oh my God, would anybody do anything black? Like I said, when Will Smith cleared the line, y'all was all upset and afraid. So when a black woman just stands up and clap, y'all gonna get upset and like, oh my God, what's this? Like y'all not used to that, and that's okay and that's cool. But get used
I
to it.
know.
We
I still
are
agree with
pushing
Will, by the way.
comfortably. You said what, sis?
I still agree with Will, by the way. Go up for me.
Okay.
Somebody talk about me. I know people got their cold feet was like, oh, maybe he shouldn't. No, I do not care about behaving in front of white people. Some of y'all need to check yourselves. Somebody go up about me, you better go up about me. That's
And
how
if I
I
and
feel.
if I gave you a
Yeah.
warning, and if I gave you a warning, take that warning. You didn't want to take it? All right, let me get up. You took
And we
give
ain't
him a
gonna
warning.
deviate. I'm gonna keep it to Tiana because there's background with Chris Rock and Jada Pinkett Smith. The streets was talking about how he used to like her. But
Yeah, I heard
back
that
to your
too.
point with Tiana, I it made me, and I'm gonna ask y'all after, but I'm so disappointed in how her ex-husband has acted after their separation, after she tried to protect him.
I
And
just
I
went
feel
pause.
like
I just can't believe it. I just can't
I
believe
feel
the
like with her choosing to not focus on that and flourish, people do not understand a black woman's existence when it's not attached to a man. Like, she has it down, this man. She actually tried to keep the court documents quiet for this man. And she not only has done that, but she has done things in her career that she wanted to do despite having troubles before. And I don't really get why people call her extra when, for me, I met her coming out of a Barbie box for her party. She was never a wallflower, and I don't think she has to be. And people have to allow people to process when they're going through difficult times. They can still have nuance and have joy. Like, what do y'all want from her? Do y'all want her to be somber? Do y'all want her to be focused on what this man is,
They
is,
want her
is
to be the
saying?
angry black
And
girl.
the question I wanted to ask y'all, because I thought of Tiana and Candy, is it too difficult? Can a black woman be more successful than her partner when it's a cis relationship, when it's a man, and it just work out?
I think that it can. Many relationships have shown us this. I don't know if you watch Married to Medicine, but
Mm.
they do it. Those men do it. I'm sorry, Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone, but those men, they love their positions, right? But I
Mhm,
think it's a lot to do with the spotlight too. I
mhm.
think the spotlight and money play a role in it. Like when other men start having conversations, like this is a side, but I just saw like Mariah Carey, not Mariah Carey, Nick Cannon talking to somebody. I think he was talking to that crazy boy Cam Newton who wore the hat, and he was like, yeah, he felt like he was like Mr. Mariah Carey because it's like
Mhm.
they can't deal with the spotlight and the it's like the love factor becomes like a competition when a woman has more spotlight sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, you see it in all types of relationships. I'm not gonna lie, like I see it with white women too, with a lot of different. I think that it's like a cis het mindset that I
Mhm.
gotta be the breadwinner. My success in life and in marriage has to do with like my finances or whatever. Like I know people who can lead their household and not like make all the money. But some people just equate like being successful to having money or being like powerful to having money. What most people do.
Yeah, because Tiana, I know in the court
Okay,
documents, it talks
Hazel.
about.
Hazel had
Oh,
something to say.
go ahead, sis.
Thank you. Because I also want to say too, because in the same industry that Tiana Taylor is in, the problem is, and I hate to say it, don't beat me up as a Gen Z girl, but the problem is the millennials, the millennial men. Because in my opinion, there are a lot of famous actresses like Angela Bassett, Viola Davis, who are married, especially Angela Bassett, who's married to
Yeah,
another
the last night.
actor. And when you think of their resume, I mean, both are great actors, but you think more Angela Bassett. Like she's more
Mhm.
known than him. But you don't see no problems in their marriages. You know why? Because they're old school. They know how this go. I really just think the problem was is that Iman left
It's
his
Gen X.
basketball.
It's not millennial. No, let me correct. I do agree. It's Gen X on up. Like it's
I
that.
think I think
Well,
it's
think of it. No, it's that. It's no. She right. She onto something. It's that '90s mouth.
Yeah, like baby, you was on the show, Shy for the Shy. The last season is coming up, man. You have to tune in. But they killed you off, babe. And I had to do on nothing sense, babe. That was your last good thing. And I just feel like, and no shade, like you said, Warner, when they was done, my girl went to bigger and better things. And my girl has always been the girl. Like the girls are saying, like, when y'all met Tiana versus when I met Tiana. And it's so funny because the girls was talking about like that movie she did with T.I., that movie, Medea movie. Then they talk about My Super Shoe 16. So my girl has always been the girl. I think it's just a jealousy thing. It's not even a pride about, oh, I'm a man, so I need to make sure I'm the breadwinner. Like, no, y'all both were in the same field. Y'all both were coming up in the same field. And you got the short end of the stick while she got the long end. So
I think
that's
you're
all.
right. I think that late Gen X and that early millennial man really, I feel like, are in the middle of a crisis where they saw a older generation, how they define masculinity, that doesn't really exist anymore. And now they're looking at a younger generation that they don't align with. And I really think it comes down more to like make sure your partner, even if they're not happy, they have a sense of direction. Cause it seems like the men that we're talking about were not as focused as the women that they were with. And so I don't know if they want the woman to pat them on the back, but I don't know. I'm in my angry black woman era. I ain't got time for that shit for nobody else. Nobody is patting us on the back. They firing us and they like, oh, the fuck well, figure it out. So
I care.
we gotta lift ourselves up. We still gotta have the kids and take care of the kids. And if you don't have the kids, you're helping somebody, you're a part of the village. And then people still criticize everything that we do. To the point, like right now, while this platform exists, we have to have dialogue explaining our existence constantly. So I don't really feel pity for that. Just like we about to kind of keep up. I told y'all we was gonna go from here to there. We still in the award season, but using the N word, I don't really feel no pity. And they ain't gonna beat me up about it.
Oh,
Use the N
I am
word.
going as to not say, okay, so if you've been living under a rock somewhere, I don't know if y'all remember at the Oscars. Was that the Oscars? That was the Oscars, right?
It was BAFTA.
No.
It was BAFTA. Over in the UK, London or something. It was the
He's in
BAFTA
London.
award.
Let's get the award show right.
It was BAFTA.
Um,
The British, don't get me the lines about the rest of the acronym.
It was not the
and it's
Oscars,
like
though.
I
It
would
was
have
not
never
the
heard of this
Oscars.
award show. I would have never heard of this fiasco if it was never,
This
you know what I
controversy.
mean? If it
Mhm.
never happened. So it is BAFTA's awards. It's a British award show. Um, and essentially it's a prestigious award show. And we had our most prestigious freaking honorees. Y'all, if y'all have been at a rock, Sinners is killing it right now. Michael B. Jordan. What's the guy named Lindo?
Delroy Lindo.
Delroy
Lindo.
Lindo. And you have this amazing cast of people who have been traveling and doing their big ones. So at this particular award show, we had a individual who was there representing a movie that was about the Tourette syndrome, and he was basically spewing hate the whole night. And he spewed the N-word while Delroy and Michael B. Jordan were on stage. And you could literally just see them shrink. Like literally just like see all the light go out of their face. And people are saying that he made multiple outbursts throughout the night. It was very disrespectful to a lot of different people. He even made like a gay slur. But the people are saying, even though he did these slurs, a lot of them didn't make it to TV, but the N word did. So I don't know if y'all
And
want to
yeah, they
comment.
say he has Tourette syndrome, but I just want to say something, and I'm going to put it on my doctor's cap because I am Dr. Phoenix Lux, bitch, and I am licensed and certified in multiple states. Y'all are not going to play with me. One, because when you have certain symptoms, they are cultural. And I want people to remember that. Like, there's nuance to this. So you will never see someone who's never heard, and there's an exception to the rule. Y'all pull this person up, find and put them on threads. I don't care. But usually, when you have Tourette's or something, your ticks are going to be based on, if they're not physical motor ticks where you're hitting or damaging yourself, the ticks you say are going to be things you've heard and things you've taken in. All right. All right. And so my point being is y'all all the way over there across the pond, nigga ain't even in y'all vocabulary like that, to be honest. But if it is, because you want to listen to hip hop and R&B and all the things, why this has, if it's a tick, it occurs more than once. So that means that during rehearsals, it never came up. They didn't know this about you. This has never came up. It just happened that night. The answer is no. I call bullshit. And the reason why I call it is because white men to statistically get more help and concern with their disabilities than others. Because I promise you, if it was a black person saying cracker, 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 which is not nearly as hard as the N word, they would have ate that person alive and said they shouldn't have done it if they knew they had those ticks. So
Yeah.
I do not feel no sympathy because Tourette's does not mean you have an intellectual disability. If I know my tick is calling every time I see a woman, bitch, slut, hoe, tramp, and y'all say, Naya, come be on the Carefree Black Girl podcast. Naya should have common sense to say, actually, I don't think I'm the best person suited for that. Because you might be talking, I might call you a bitch, you know? And so I'm not with the helplessness. You know, people with Tourette's can exist. They're not all intellectually disabled. They have TikToks. They could tell you about their ticks. They could tell you about their life experience. So that means he should have known better. Like, stop acting like he's some invalid that just was spouting words. He had no control over his life. Like, y'all got to miss me with that. Y'all got to miss me with that. Y'all got to miss me with that. I have no sympathy. And my perspective is evidence based. Thank you very much. I'm gonna get off my soapbox. Let y'all say something. Cause that had me hot. It had me hot.
I think I got nothing to say. I think you said that perfectly,
You
but
say he's
I
not
agree no
invalid.
less. I don't agree with
Like
nothing of the less.
they were killing me with that. Like, y'all, he has a disability. He can't help it. So what? The person
I
in the
don't disagree
wheelchair
with
has
you
a
at all.
disability. Can they just curse you out? No. Like
Let's
he
worry about that. Then worry about Tiana Taylor getting up and praising the queen.
That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all cannot, people with disabilities, especially white people with disabilities, can still be racist. And I want people to know that. And shame on the Baptists because they cut out people talking about Palestine, but that somehow got left in there. And so I don't feel no sympathy for none of them. If it was me personally, if you are an accomplice or an ally or a black person, the Baptists would not see me no more. I would shutter y'all whole shit because y'all playing. Where's the accountability? People wanted to focus so much again. He has a disability. Okay. And
Yeah,
what
for me that would be like my last time. I would call for a complete like boycott for next year.
would never.
Something else that happened during the awards I want to mention briefly because I don't want to like go over time was
Yeah.
our brother, our cousin. I love Duran Bernard won a Grammy. And I am just so happy for him just to see queer music really, really be highlighted on the big platform. And he has not had the code switch. He is a flamboyant gay man. He likes skating. He likes talking ebonics. He will sing you up and down a box. and he won a Grammy, and that is something that I want to say we should be jumping for joy for
As an
because,
independent artist, yes.
independent. Yes, at
I
that, and
love
it's
it.
so hard to do that. So often the independent artists get looked over, and so I'm happy for him. But before we wrap up the girl moment, girl. So
Girl.
I don't know if y'all saw the news today. If you haven't, it's Monday. What's today? It's Monday, March 23rd when we're recording this, y'all. And ICE is at the airport. All right. They did not have enough money to pay the TSA workers, right? But they had called these guys and these girls that just applied for a job on YouTube to watch the people work who trained for the job. So if y'all don't understand what's happening right now, we got some people, random people. A lot of these people looking young as hell. I'm not gonna lie. Um, at the airports, watching the TSA workers work, patrolling the lines because y'all president had decided that he don't want to pay the TSA workers. As of today, it's been like it says it's at least 15 cases of people either been taken from the lines by ICE or injured by ICE. And
I
that's
don't
sad.
have the words because it really, I fear for some people, especially creatives who have to travel frequently, like it's they're squeezing
Yeah, I'm traveling
us as
tomorrow.
a community and as a people so much because the gas prices is going to be terrible because you made an unnecessary war.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got the airports all jacked up. Um, so people have to make the decision to take the risk to travel to
Mm-hmm.
survive or stay and survive. And if you don't make no money with things increasing, you can't survive. And I wonder at what point as a people do we begin to say enough because we aren't the first industrialized nation to have to stand up to their government and say nah. But I
Mm-hmm.
almost feel like because we are in a country where things are structured, we are comfortable and uncomfortable at the same time. Because it's getting to a point. I don't know like how much more we gonna do. We can't be in the air. We can't be in the cars. Like trains are lovely, but they kind of slow. Yeah, this is where people don't realize when they like, oh, revolution, I'm gonna be radical. And I always tell people if you can vote, if you can participate in your system, vote because revolution is ugly and brutal. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
be talking about destroying shit and shutting shit down. It feels like the world's ending because empires are not meant to last. And when empires fall, people are in it. Like there are, yes, people can recover from those things, but somebody has to start the recovery. And those are typically the generations that have to sacrifice because there's nothing left. You got to rebuild. And so
Mm-hmm.
later, that's where we get history repeats itself. We are not learning as a people. We are not learning. And that's why it feels so desperate. People have forgotten what
The
politicians
depression.
were
That's
for.
what it was called.
Yeah, the
It was called the
depression.
depression. It was called the
Yeah, people
depression.
forget.
We're in
Yeah,
that again.
people forget that during the depression, while black people thrived in the case that we weren't really in the stock market and stuff, people still had to sacrifice. And I think people don't
Yeah.
realize how important humanities is. There are some songs we never heard. There are some books we never got. There are some things we never saw because those people had to get in factories or work or hide or
And
survive
stop
or
being
give to
creative and stop like
war efforts.
mhm.
And I don't think people understand like how connected everything is. And that's why I said it scares me like for creatives because yes, other jobs and things are important, but creativity, music, those things are always undermined as not important. And people don't understand that creativity and people who create are literally like the soundtracks of our lives. You don't listen to movies with no music. You don't have movies with no actors. You don't have. these things that we enjoy outside of work without creativity. And we're getting people beginning to question if they can even travel
Mhm.
to do things. And
Child,
like,
we're leaving tomorrow. I'm looking at the times now. I was just trying to see, but it said we good at Charlotte Airport. But I'm still gonna try and leave
yeah.
a little than I usually
And I,
would.
I really hope that somehow, some way, we can find a way to persevere through this without a full on, we got to burn all this shit down. 'Cause
Mhm.
what people don't understand is that sounds good and edgy online when you saying it online, but living it and experiencing it
Real
like Hazel
life
talks
is
about,
not.
it's not. It doesn't feel good being scared or really sitting thinking about, should I book this flight to see my loved one and stuff? Because in addition to that, it's like people got to make these decisions on, if I don't book it, I could miss something important or miss a loved one, or I could get detained.
Well, that's the serious thing now is like people are getting stopped, they're getting held up because some people are supposed to be here, right? But what if you got the same name as somebody else that they're looking for? Now you're being held up, and today you prove that it's you. It's a lot, y'all. So I would just say stay vigilant, stay informed. I would say that if you are black, protect your skin. I say protect your skin because a lot of times we think that we want to be rowdy and put ourselves on the front line. And no, girl, if it's somebody in line with you that's white and want to get rowdy, let them get rowdy. Sometimes you just got to let them do it and you just be in the back clapping because, again, your skin color is a threat to them. So, again, protect your skin, protect your mental health, and protect your peace as much as you can. I personally am a person that I don't even argue about, oh, we can't fly. I have no choice but to fly. I got to do permits in 4 different cities. I got to fly somewhere every other week for the rest of the year. So I don't have the luxury of not flying. So I'm with y'all. I'm like keeping my head forward. I smoke weed down. We ain't gonna be blowing in the car before we go to the airport. We just gonna have to, help ourselves this year. So I guess, that's all I would have to say about that is just stay vigilant, y'all, and fuck ICE. Get them out of here.
Yeah, fuck ICE for real. Fuck them, and stay vigilant, but also y'all stay joyful, because please,
Mhm.
please, please, I know it's very hard. And I know like we have so much to worry about, but I like to remind people that joy and community has been our lifeblood as Black people. We have not made it without it. In every time period since they brought us over here, we've had recreation, play, music, art, and sometimes that was the only thing connecting us when they tried to isolate us. So please stay joyful, make bad art. Shit, if you can't afford to travel, do it in your backyard, bitch. Like, just dance until the world ends.
All right, y'all. For our next topic, we want to talk about our Get Free segment, which is attaching from the mess while staying informed. So just stacking away a little bit, minding our business that pays us, but still keeping that one ear out. This season taught us that awareness does not have to come at the cost of our peace. So you can always stay informed without being overwhelmed, engage without internalizing chaos, and care without carrying everything on your shoulders. So,
Mhm.
ladies, what's our little message to our viewers when we want to talk about getting free and attaching, but still being informed and aware of our surroundings?
As a business owner, artist, and all the things, I feel like you're doing enough. Everybody's doing what they can. You feel what I'm saying? Like Carefree Black Girl, I've been saying for the past year, like I've been kind of like, and this is like a side, getting a little bit stressed, a little depressed, and a little bit anxiety when it comes to like Carefree Black Girl things and engaging with people around the brand. And it's only because people have so many expectations for me and for the brand. And it's like, girl, I did not sign up to fundraise for you all the time. I did not sign up to talk you, through a relationship. No, I just signed up to create events and spaces that promote Black joy for all Black femmes. And sometimes, y'all, we just can't fight every battle. We gotta just stick to what we signed up for and within those guidelines. It don't have to be all this extra grandiose stuff. It's like, yeah, I want to book every artist, but girl, I can only book 10. South by Southwest only give us 10. So if I can only do 10, that's 10. I don't have to always do 12, 13, 14. And I have a habit of trying to go above and beyond for people. And I realized like in the past year that I was really hurting myself. So I would just encourage everybody, like with everything going on in the world, yes, we want to focus more on community. Yes, we want to help each other, but do what you can do within your capacities because people, humans will drain you and not even realize it. So again, it's a lot of mess going on. Do what you can, and when you can't, what you have to offer is not enough, you retreat.
Oh, well, Black women, I want to say burn that cape and remember your very existence, as most Black women are overachieving, doing everything for everybody, is enough. You can't be every part of the revolution. You don't have to be the public speaker and the audio engineer and the social media marketer and the dancer and the creator and everything. You do the part you can. If you a cook, that food that you feed people allows them to go out to the street. If you're a therapist, helping people with their mind allows them to be clear and continue. If you are a entertainer, giving people joy matters. You don't got to be all six Black women. And this me talking to myself too. It's time to do what you can. Do what you
Do it.
can, and that has to be enough. Drink your water, shake some ass too.
All right. Well, I think y'all left the ladies with some great advice, and that wraps up our Get Free segment.
So just wrapping it up before we go, I want to shout out a girl to watch, Miss Taffy Baby. We tried to book her for South by Southwest, but it just did not work out. But I love little Taffy Twirl. You know what
Mhm.
that friend?
I think it's so cute.
Yo, nigga is nice. Yeah, I think she has the potential to do her thing. I would love to hear a follow up. A lot of people say the girls are right on the samples, but I love a sample, especially if it's good. If it's good,
I don't
I
even know
have
the
no.
sample, so
Hit
Yeah.
her with the nights. Hit her with the
Yeah.
nights.
I
Don't
feel
want
like
the nights.
people
Put
people
some more.
gotta realize that sampling is just a part of the game.
I mean, it's a
the
part.
girls been sampling since the 2000s, since the 90s. Let's like,
Yeah,
I
it's
can
know
we?
that
like
now. Okay, so let me say this. The criticism is that people are sampling too soon. That you know that song because that song literally came out probably like a year or two after you was born. And I can't kind of help but agree because a lot of the people in the 2000s and the 90s, they did like two or one or two eras before them. Like
yeah.
people are saying like these songs are like 10 years old. Like, girl, like, but I like it.
I think honestly, and
Hit up
I'm a
with that bass.
millennial,
Yo, nigga,
so y'all don't come for me, millennials, because I'm a millennial. But y'all gotta grow up. We're moving to big sis auntie ux stage. So the kids, these are the songs they grew up with. So that's what they're going to sample. Now I know it make you feel a little crazy. Like every time I realize like a song is 10 years old, I think I get a gray hair. Like, oh shit. I thought it was still, because they play no hands still at the party. It still sound new to me.
if somebody
But y'all,
said for no hands,
oh,
I would be disgusted. It's too soon.
you
But
think it's too soon? I like it. I feel like
yeah,
it's
I
I
just
can
feel like
give
the
a fuck.
samples get samples good ones, so I'm not going to really drag it. But I think a lot of samples be trash and they be premature. But this one's cute.
yeah, I think it's cute. Even the trash ones, y'all, just don't listen to it.
I'm sorry, I cannot stop taffy twirling. Once I start twirling,
I think what she
Y'all
doing it is
man, get out
so
y'all
cute.
feelings, get
just
in y'all
shout out taffy
bag.
baby.
Yeah, but
Shut up,
I don't
Pappy.
think I don't know. I love music though, so I feel like I just like the proliferation of
I literally
music. And if
have
I don't
an
like it, I kind of just
I would say
don't listen.
this: Sexy Red, that man in the mirror, whatever that she was doing,
No, not
chop.
that. No, no. Don't ever try no shit like that again. Now she did so
because
with the he want to hang with a bad bitch. People saying that
let's
that's
because
cute,
let's be
but let's
honest,
leave it there.
Kanye tried it the first time back in the day. That's what I'm saying. Like y'all bitches been doing it since back when we were babies. Like, can we stop the bullshit? Y'all bitches doing the same. Kaya did the same shit.
Boy, we gonna watch it. If it's not good, they gonna
Kaya
laugh.
did the same
But
shit. And bitch, we read Kaya down. So like
And I
let's
feel like, honestly, like you said, I think what makes a good sample and one that's not, Flex was like a party song and an anthem, so I don't think it's hard to sample and make something else. Y'all don't try to come for these big classics like Man in the Mirror. Like, what are you?
right, I think that Flex
Don't-
like is
don't
one of
change
those
the
ones.
genre of it. My thing is like don't
Right,
change so much of the genre.
exactly.
Like, what were you all do with Man in the Mirror? Like, that ain't even, sis, you ain't been looking in the mirror trying to change yourself for shit. You
But
named
yeah.
lip gloss gonorrhea and cum. Like,
I have
it
an
don't fit.
original versus sample playlist. If y'all ever want to go listen to it, my Apple Music is Hazel Harvey because I love a sample. I love a sample.
That's cute.
Oh, we
That's-
have to get into that. We need to put it in the comments. We need to put it in the
I
comments. Send me
will because
that.
a sample
that's
will
cute.
always get played. I love an original and I love a sample because I literally have a sample of like I got You Are Everything and then Everything by Mary J to Latoya Luckett Torn. Like bitch back to back to back eras. Like
Oh,
that's
wow.
three different eras in one. Like bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Like
that. You got to send me that one.
I
I think
will.
that's cute. Yeah. Shout out to Miss Happy Baby. I think it's cute. I think it's a good song. Every song don't have to be like some deep, complex thing. And I think when you sample party songs for that purpose, that's why they tend to go a little better. But
Mhm.
Man in the Mirror had a message
Like
and
I
was
didn't say
personal.
anything when
And like I said, Texture Red, you ain't even on that.
they didn't say anything when Whammy was sampled with Pluto and YK. Y'all ain't say anything. Y'all was bumping. Talk about some.
And Glorilla sample Run Up, Get Done Up. People
Yeah,
forgot that.
if it's
And she
good,
sampled
it's good.
Wipe Me Down. Like
Run Up,
it
Get
was the
Done Up.
same
I
genre.
don't
It
know
was
if
the
the
same
kids
genre of
and no, but that
music.
was a
It
sample
worked.
from the 2009 era too. So it's like I said, I think it's the caliber of the
I hate
song.
to be head ass, but some of these songs are not samples; they're interpolations. So
Oh,
Taffy
excuse
Baby is
me.
a sample because she's using the words. Some of these songs was like a reference track, but I get what y'all saying, girl. I get what y'all saying.
Oh,
Either way, let's wrap it up.
girl.
Cause I'm like, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. Cause I'll be here all day. We be going over Hazel playlist. Give me the Mary J. Blige song. Um, but either who, so anyways, that concludes an episode of the Carefree Black Girl podcast, y'all. And this wraps up season 11. So we come back from season 12. There will be new voices. I'll be stopping in on some of the episodes, but as of now, this is me, Quana, signing out. Y'all can follow me on Quana MC on all platforms. I'm kicking it off to you, Phoenix.
It's your girl, Dr. Phoenix Lux. I'll still be around for season 12. You can find me at Blurty Love on Insta. You can find me at Phoenix Lux everywhere else. If you are a Black woman or femme and you need help, find me at the Care Salon
I know
for
that's right.
care curated to you. I'm going to pass it off to the lovely Hazel.
And I'm your girl, Hazel Harvey, signing out for season 11. See y'all next season.
I was about to say, yeah, she will definitely be back next season. Make sure y'all follow us at Carefree Black Girl Inc. on Instagram, CFBG Pod on Twitter, and follow us on TikTok too at Carefree Black Girl. And see y'all on tour. Make sure y'all grab those tickets on eventnoir.com. Bye.